Hello friends, from my mirror. Today we're going to talk about liners and how to clean them and what happens when they're new. So, in my hands I have two very different types of liners for the two different types of suspension system I have. A liner is what you use to keep your prosthetic leg attached to your real leg. And what it is, it's this conical shaped thing and it's silicone on the inside. So to turn it inside out, because that's what we need right now, is I put my hand in it flat, hold it down kind of like a sock puppet, and then from this side I pull it all the way over. And then we'll get about to here and then you can push it through at the end. Now this is direct contact with your skin all day long, no matter what leg you're wearing. If you're wearing a liner, this is direct contact with your skin. And it starts to smell bad. You're supposed to wash your liner every day. Do I do that? Not anymore. I did once upon a time. But they recommend you do it once a day. In reality, I probably wash my liners once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Don't tell my doctor. Anyways, it's very easy to clean these. You don't need any of the special gimmicky stuff. Like if you want to, that's on you. But I've been doing it this way for 6 years. Other amputees have been doing it for as long as they've been amputees. You literally just clean it with some sort of soap and water. Now my skin's super sensitive, so I use Johnson's baby shampoo. And I do this because, like I said, my skin's super sensitive, and I use just a normal bacterial dial soap, and my skin started to break out. So I just put baby shampoo all over it, and then just give it a good wipe down. It gets very slimy because, again, this is silicone. It gets a little slippery. Yeah. And then you rinse it off really good. You really want to make sure that you don't leave any soap residue on that because it can also make your leg irritated. It could be a cause of rashes and other problems as well. So make sure you give it a good rinse off. Now, if your liner starts to smell really bad, again, there's a lot of the gimmicky stuff for it. I'm not even going to tell you any of the brands because I don't use them. But what I have been told, I don't know how good this is for your liner, but Listerine actually works really well if your liner starts to smell really bad. I know you can use just normal isopropyl alcohol as well, but I use Listerine. This one has 0 alcohol in it, so I don't know. It's what I do. You just pour a little bit on, and you don't need a lot. Just spread it all around. And again, give it a good rinse. Now, every once in a while, as you can see by how dirty this liner is, every once in a while I will wash the outside too. Keep in mind that if you wash the outside of your liner, it will take longer to dry. The inside of your liner, it'll dry in a couple of hours. If you're cleaning the outside, sometimes it takes a full day. But it gets really gross sometimes because this is collecting all of the elements between your prosthetic leg and your other leg. And if you watch how I wring this out, you'll see, it's going to be really gross, I'm sorry guys. It's brown water down there. Sorry, battery died, but when you do this, make sure you wring it out really well because, again, this takes a long time to dry. Now for drying, I got this when I first became an amputee. I've literally never used willow wood. I've literally never used willow wood. I don't know why I haven't, but this is what's worked for me. It kind of looks like a rocket ship, and your liner fits perfectly on top. This way, it dries evenly and there's space underneath to dry the inside as well. So I just keep this in my bathroom for drying purposes. When it comes to liners, liners are good for a predetermined amount of time. What that time is, I don't know. But for me, I normally replace mine every about 6 months, but I also normally have 2 liners at a time. So I guess if we do the math, that's about 3 months per liner. I don't know if this is everybody's experience. I'm a very active amputee. This is just what I know. This is a brand new liner. very long. It's also very slimy on the inside. So, 1, we're gonna have to cut it, and 2, we're gonna make sure that it's not so slimy. Now you may be asking, how do I know how much to cut it? That is personal preference. My current liner, my knee is here, and it comes about, it goes a couple inches above my knee. I feel like this is good enough to keep it stuck on my leg without rolling down, and it also really bothers me when the back rolls up. So when I am cutting a new liner, I take my old liner and I just match it up. This is the exact same liner. This is an Össur Isoros size 22. They do stretch a little bit when you wear them, but I can generally see right about here is the way that I cut it. So initially, I always make sure this is at the very front of my leg, and I just take any plain old scissors and cut across. Now, since you're cutting through fabric and silicone, it is a little tough to cut, but you just keep chomping away. Eventually, you're good. Now, like I said, I don't like when it rolls underneath in the back, so how I do that is I actually cut a U shape on the back. And I literally just eyeball this. So I start at the front. You always cut counterclockwise as a right-handed person. Sorry, I just learned that as a sewer. So I just kind of go to the deepest point to the back, and then we can kind of come back up. Boop. And it fell. Anyways, make adjustments as needed. And this, again, is personal preference. I know some people who like a really short liner. I know some people who want their liner all the way up their thigh. It's really uncomfortable for me. But again, since this is a brand new liner, I don't know if you can see how slimy this is. Like, do you see what it's doing to my hands? Like, this is super slimy. I have no idea what they put on it. I'm guessing it's something to preserve the silicone, since these normally sit in warehouses for a very long time. So you may need to wash this an extra time or two compared to normal, but once you get that initial film off, that's all you have to do to take care of your liner. And then you don't have to deal with this again until your current liner starts wearing out. Hold on, let me finish washing this. Yeah, soap and water gets it right off, and it's just that easy. And again, to turn it inside out, put your hand on the inside, grab it, and pull down. Last thing I'm going to leave you with is, how do you know when you need a new liner? I don't know how to explain it. You just know. Sometimes you'll start, like my liner right now is starting to fold down the fabric. It means it's probably wearing out. Sometimes I'll actually wear holes through my liner. It's time to change it. And sometimes if your liner starts feeling a little bit too loose, it's probably a good time to change your liner. I know that these are expensive if insurance doesn't cover it. Again, I don't really deal with insurance, and I wish I could tell you more, but just telling you my experience. So that's everything that I feel like you should know about liners. Hope this helped, and let me know in the comments what you think my next video should be. Bye guys.